We welcome you back to Callaway, Virginia, Franklin County Raceway. See Jake Crum and Annabeth Barnes Crum standing down there near the number 99 Mount Airy Toyota machine with my brother, Matthew, from Flow Racing. Jake, wave your hand in the air. They get the award tonight for the most humorous hats. And right now, Annabeth, who's got the white hat on, she's actually wearing a hat that says, "Sorry about my husband." Okay, so she's having to apologize for her husband. Now, Jake seems to take it in stride, and he actually came back with his own hat here today. You can see the hats in the picture on the Smart Modified social media, but it said, "Locally hated." Now, I don't think, Jake, honestly, that's probably around here. That might be around other parts of North Carolina, to be truthful here. But we appreciate Jake Crum and coming and competing with the Tomatoes here. And what a force they have been here in the Modifieds with the Smart Modified Tour powered by Pace-O-Matic this year. Jake Crum on the verge of winning his first race here. He's had some up and down stuff here, but he's always been fast, always been consistent. But, Jake, what's the deal with this qualifying run here tonight? He's not listening. I don't know. But that car, I tell you what, no matter where it qualifies, it will probably be near the front. This is a very fast racetrack. I remember talking to Joey Coulter and Ryan Newman last year, and they fell in love with this racetrack that, has never been repaved, opened in 1969, but all the drivers will tell you, don't pave this place. It's perfect the way it is. And we really appreciate all the new management here. They've made a lot of improvements and so forth. And the new scoreboard that you see in the middle of turns 3 and 4, cleaning things up, painting things, getting things the way Franklin County Raceway, will need in the future. And we are honored with the Smart Modified Tour powered by Pace-O-Matic to come back here again. Last year's race was pretty darn exciting. I'm sure tonight's race here will be as well. And as I mentioned, it's been an interesting year for the Smart Modified Tour. Started out in the Palmetto State on March 1st. That's right, the beginning of March Madness, if you will. And Blake Barney went to Victory Lane at Florence Motor Speedway. And Blake is back with us for the first time since that victory down there. He's in the blue and pink number 27 in the starting lineup. I asked Blake today, what's with the new colors? And he said, well, I really just didn't like the black and white number 27. I thought it looked cool and classy and professional, but Blake wanted a different colored race car, and that's the deal with the new paint scheme.
Call the drivers to the cars.
Okay, thank you. Anderson Motor Speedway, also in South Carolina the next week. Luke Baldwin picked up the victory there. Matt Hirschman the win at South Boston Speedway and the Pace-O-Matic King of the Modifieds. And then the last two events we mentioned, Ryan Newman going to Victory Lane at Orange County Speedway. And at Hickory, yes, a month ago, Paulie Hartwig, the 14-year-old, drove to his first career Smart Modified Tour win in only his sixth start. We want to call all drivers to their cars now. All drivers to their cars. We are about to begin driver intros here in just a moment. Let me know when, David. David, how soon? I'm told about 4 or 5 minutes until we begin driver intros here at Franklin County. Our next event will be the first weekend in July on a Saturday night at Callaway Speedway for the Revolutionary 99. So if you like what you see here tonight, you can do two things. Either travel down to Sophia, North Carolina, that's just outside of Asheboro, and head to Callaway Speedway. It's a doubleheader week with the ZMAX Cars Tour there and the Smart Modified Tour separated by just a couple of days. So if you want to go down there, or you can watch the races live on Flow Racing. Both series are on Flow Racing. We're taking a look at some of the drivers actually climbing into their race cars. There's Johnny Kievman in that yellow and blue number 48. He gives us a wave. We will have driver intros just momentarily here. Kievman, one of the guys that has been around for a while. And right there is the 27 of Blake Barney. Blake, wave to the crowd as you get in. Blake, listen to me, buddy. Now just wave to the crowd, bud. Come on. Wave to everybody. There you go. All right. He's from New Jersey. Forgive him. I love the New Jersey Speedsters. And we appreciate having Blake Barney back with us here on the Smart Modified Tour. We're going to show you a look at our onboard camera. Right now, it's kind of like twilight, so it'll look a lot better once the sun goes down, the lights come on here at Franklin County Raceway. We have an onboard camera provided by Glitch here tonight, and that'll show you a unique perspective of Joey Braun in that 79 car here tonight at Franklin County Raceway. We'll show you the G-forces, what the car is doing around the racetrack, and we'll maybe even attempt to tell you how fast that car is running at some point during the race as well. But that is something that we're seeing tonight on Flow Racing because of the fine folks from Glitch to provide this unique perspective of what the drivers go through when they're battling around a racetrack with this 22-degree banking here at Franklin County Raceway. This place, honestly, was made for modifieds. And by the way, we're going to see the crate modifieds out after this race as well. Brooklyn Newman, one of those drivers, the daughter of Ryan Newman. She'll be running the Capital number 52. She's 14 years old. You can see that car go to the tech area just towards, in the infield, but towards the turn one side of the victory lane area. But Brooklyn Newman will start third here tonight and go after her first victory on pavement. Just the other night, she ran at Millbridge Speedway in Salisbury, North Carolina. And there is Brooklyn's machine getting a whole bunch of help as she goes through the pre-race technical process to make sure that that car is ready to go here this evening. We also have Legends cars in the house here tonight. You'll see that live on Flow Racing. So after the Smart Modified Tour, there's plenty still to come. Want to say a big thank you to everybody for their patience here tonight during this delay.
Who's got the mic for Gentlemen Start Chain? It's by Kenny Minter.
Couple of minutes away at most before we get started, and we do that out of respect. Obviously, some medical attention in the grandstands here tonight needed to take care of that. The drivers' teams patiently waiting. They want to put on a show for you, but we want to make sure that everything is taken care of the way it needs to be before we go back to entertainment, and that's what racing is all about. Are we good? All right, I have been given the green flag. It's time to meet the stars of the Smart Modified Tour, powered by Pace-O-Matic here tonight. All right, we're trying to rush things along here this evening to make sure you get to see all this 110-lap race that makes up the Kenny Minter Classic. Hey, Before we get to the starting grid, let's turn it downstairs. Go to Chris Williams, who's standing by with Kenny Minter Jr. for the command to fire engines this evening.
Drivers, start your engines.
I'm gonna start a count. You done go real quick and wait.
Tour powered by Pace-O-Matic for the Kenny Minter Classic at Franklin County Raceway. On the pole for this race, the number 98 car. He is a track champion at Hickory Motor Speedway in the late model stock car ranks, but now turns his attention on a part-time schedule with the Smart Modified Tour. He's got Eddie's Garage on the side of that 98 machine for Landon Huffman. On the outside of the front row, a three-time Pace-O-Matic Pole Award winner with the Shady Grady Racing number 15. Right now sits just inside the top 10 of the point standings for the 15 out of Waverly, New York, Bryce Bailey. Starting third, a big welcome back to this driver. He's got Clarence's Steakhouse on the side of that machine, another one of those New Jersey speedsters in the starting lineup here tonight. He drives for Andretti in the number 26. A former winner here at Franklin County Raceway, it's Danny Bone. To his outside in row number 2, he will start fourth here tonight in the 7VA. It's the defending series champion. With Pace-O-Matic on the side of that car for S&S Racing, it's the wild child, Luke Baldwin. Starting fifth, one of the Racing Electronics Rookie of the Year competitors. A great qualifying effort for this kid. Second generation race car driver Jamie McMurray is his dad. The Bass Pro Shops number 40 for Carter McMurray. Starting on the outside of that row in the 6th slot, third generation modified racer. He too is a rookie and now a graduate from App State University. In the 7NY, it's Jack Baldwin. Starting 7th, just outside the redraw here tonight. He qualified in that position. A big weekend for him competing here tonight and tomorrow in Anderson, Indiana. He will compete in the Little 500 in the shadows of the Brickyard. It's from South Bend, Indiana, the Rocket Man, Ryan Newman. To his outside, the 79, Joey Braun, carrying one of those glitch onboard cameras we will feature on our Flow Racing broadcast here tonight. He's in the Hillbilly Racing Ride and out of Long Island. Looking good here tonight is Joey Braun. 9th, Slate Myers, the rookie competitor in the number 4 out of Walnut Cove, North Carolina, the son of Burt Myers, who starts alongside of him, the 3-time champion of the Smart Modified Tour and now 100 total wins at Bowman Gray Stadium. Big congratulations to Burt Myers. He accomplished that feat. He's in the number 1 car here tonight. Starting 11th, it'll be Johnny Kievman out of Florida, former Super Late Model Hot Shot, starting 12th in the blue, pink, and white, number 27. Another driver from New Jersey. He winner at Florence Motor Speedway earlier this year. It's Blake Barney. Starting 13th, maybe it'll provide him a lucky spot here tonight for the independent runner, the 21 of Jimmy Wallace. Starting 14th, this kid's got a long way to go. He's battling for a championship early in his career, 14 years old. Hickory Motor Speedway winner for Paulie Hartwig out of New Jersey in the 73. Starting 15th, Jake Crum, third in points, is the driver of the number 99. 7th in points, J-Cash, Jonathan Cash in the 16 VA. He'll start 16th here tonight, and rounding out the field, you have Daniel Yates in that 18 car, that black and yellow machine, starting 17th. And rounding out the field, poor qualifying effort here tonight for Joey Coulter. He's 6th in points, a 2-time winner of the Smart Modified Tour powered by Pace-O-Matic. He drives the 02 Gray Ghost.
Coming back to the wave. Coming back to the wave. We'll be coming back to your wave, lap, Brandon. We'll be coming back to the wave, lap.
You hear the rumble of 600 horsepower. These drivers just moments away from standing on the gas and going green around this 22-degree banked racetrack. Lightning quick conditions under the lights of Franklin County Raceway. So folks, we need you on your feet. This is our salute to open wheels, to chrome horns, and 600 horsepower. These are the ground pounders, the Mod Squad. This is the Smart Modified Tour. And a big thank you to Pace-O-Matic for their support of this series, as well as Clarence's Steakhouse here tonight, putting some money on the line. Among that money challenge here tonight is for Landon Huffman. He leads the field to the green flag. If he wins here tonight, a $500 bonus for him put up by Clarence's Steakhouse in Ridgeway, Virginia. Big thank you to everybody there. Clarence's Steakhouse has been infamous with Southern Modified Racing for such a long time. I know anytime I went to Martinsville Speedway, my dad as a kid would always take me to Clarence's Steakhouse. One to go until we go green here at Franklin County Raceway. Landon Huffman leads the field to the green flag. Bryce Bailey alongside that second row is Danny Bone in the 26. Luke Baldwin, the defending series champion. This place in Southwest Virginia is special. And tonight, it will be living by the grace of God in 600 horsepower of the Smart Modified Tour. Bailey able to grab the top spot off of turn number 2. Huffman down the bottom side of the racetrack. Baldwin in the 7 VA now alongside. Battle for the second spot. Baldwin very good. Baldwin, the Pace-O-Matic Pole Award winner here tonight in that Sadler Stanley Racing yellow and black machine. Oh, man. A little bit hairy off of turn number 4. Everybody got jacked up sideways. Bryce Bailey still leads. Now Baldwin in second. Baldwin says, I'm not done. Going for the lead now is Luke Baldwin, who just made some starts in the NASCAR Truck Series, including just last week at North Wilkesboro Speedway. Huffman now challenged by another Baldwin for third. It's Luke and Jack Baldwin on the outside going for the top spots here in the Kenny Minter Classic. Luke Baldwin, how long can he stay out there? Problem is, Landon Huffman has filled the hole. He's got no opportunity to get down to the bottom. But this 22-degree banking here at Franklin County Raceway provides that momentum that he needs. Right in the middle of the corner, stands on that gas, just inches away from the wall on the front stretch, and powers into turns 1 and 2. Baldwin now able to inch his way out. A nose ahead of Bryce Bailey. Bailey backs off. Luke Baldwin to the lead in the Kenny Minter Classic at Franklin County. Bryce Bailey, looks like that 15 car might be a little bit tight. Kind of shoving the nose in the center of the corner. Got to be easy with the throttle with that much wheel in it coming off the corner. Now Bailey back to the back bumper of Luke Baldwin. Third is Jack Baldwin. Fourth, the battle right there. Joey Braun in the 79 car. And Landon Huffman. We have an onboard camera on that 79 car. And that 79 car looking good here tonight at Franklin County Raceway. Let's ride on board, if we can, with Joey Braun. Oh, we don't want to pull away from this battle, though. Bryce Bailey looking to the inside of Luke Baldwin. We'll get back to that just momentarily here during our Flow Racing broadcast. It's Baldwin, Bailey, Baldwin, the triple B's up front. Actually, 4 B's in a row because you got Braun in fourth. Huffman, the first person in the lineup without a B for an initial. He rides in the 5th spot. 6, Burt Myers in that Pinnacle Financial machine. And then behind that, you have the 26 car. The 26 machine looking good here tonight is Danny Bone. Danny Bone on the inside of the racetrack, up front, all alone here. But we look a little bit further back in the field. Newman trying to pick up some spots in that Shitty Coolers blue and orange number 2. And then there's Danny Bone right there. Bone trying to get another win here at this racetrack. Danny Bone, so good in a modified, making his first start of the year. But Bone is one of those guys that really could steal the show here tonight. Alpine Partners, Neil, supporting this effort here tonight. It's thanks to the sponsors like Alpine Partners, Clarence's Steakhouse, and Dancer Farms with former New Jersey racer Tom Dancer, who has supported Danny Bone. We have a caution coming out here. 16 laps into this 110-lap race. We are told by race director David Hoots, debris on the racetrack, the reason for the caution. We'll take a quick break here on Flow Racing, and we'll come back with some more electric racing from Franklin County Raceway. Baldwin having a good run inside the top 3. We go to our Racing Electronics race communication. Jack, how's it going so far?
Fired off pretty good there, made our way up to 3rd, trying to get back in line and kind of keep the rear tires under it right there. Early caution earlier than I wanted to regroup things. If we went green there, I felt like we'd be pretty good shape all the way to the stage.
Looks really strong right now. I want to congratulate you on your graduation from App State. And we got 1 to go until we go green, so we're going to wish you the best of luck.
10-4, Bob. Thank you very much. Starting right behind Luke here. Hope you guys have fun watching.
That's Jack Baldwin starting right behind his brother for the restart here at Franklin County Raceway. We thank you to Racing Electronics for allowing us to talk to some of these drivers, providing the technology to do so. If you want a scanner, you want radios for your team, Racing Electronics is the company to go with. They are always great in service, great in product, and they provide all of our racing communication with all of these drivers. Coming back to the green here in our Pace-O-Matic restart zone off of turn number 4 at Franklin County. Bailey not giving up the inside. Bailey looking for his first Smart Modified Tour win. Baldwin gets the advantage. Jack trying to follow his brother. It's Baldwin and Baldwin 1 and 2 in the Kenny Minter Classic. How about that? 2 of the rising stars, not only a modified racing, but in racing around America. Been watching these kids for such a long time. By the way, Jack Baldwin now in that second spot. We go a little bit further back. Joey Braun in that 79 car. There's Landon Huffman. Huffman, remember, started on the point. He's got that challenge by Clarence's Steakhouse. If you win the race from leading the field to the green flag, you get an extra $500 bonus here tonight. Side by side, there's the 27 of Blake Barney. Oh, man. Takes Slate Myers way up the racetrack down in 1 and 2. Behind that, Paulie Hartwig, who's second in points in that orange 73. But I want to talk a little bit about that 27. There's a lot of history around this racetrack. They say it's the moonshine capital of the world, right? Well, Blake Barney testing here in that blue and white number 27. Barney yesterday felt like something come in the cockpit. And he found, a non-live bullet, honestly, that climbed into the cockpit of that race car, and they kept it as a memento and maybe a good luck charm here today at Franklin County Raceway. There's the 15, Bryce Bailey, Joey Braun right on his tail. Braun, so much talent. Those 17 Legends car wins at Riverhead Raceway, has a Legends car win already this year. But, man, he has looked good in this Hillbilly Racing Modified. That's 79. Here he goes to the inside of Bryce Bailey, trying to move up to third. If you look at now the top three, Joey Braun is there. The top three, Long Island-based drivers. Luke Baldwin, he was born in Mooresville. But that Baldwin team, that Baldwin family grew up on Long Island just like his brother, Jack, his dad, Tommy Baldwin, Daytona 500 winning crew chief. And now Joey Braun, who's out of Long Island as well. Braun now to the inside of Baldwin. Braun making it look good here tonight at Franklin County. Just 21 years old from Manorville, New York. Braun moves up another spot. It's been a few years since we've seen that 79 in Victory Lane with a Smart Modified Tour. Can they get here tonight? They came oh so close a couple of years ago right here at Franklin County Raceway. And at the end of the race, lost the lead to Jonathan Brown. Jonathan Brown went to Victory Lane. But right now, Braun up to second and almost getting to the back bumper of Luke Baldwin. Just waiting for Braun to go on the attack here. All over the back part of that Pace-O-Matic 7 VA for Sadler Racing. Braun, not much modified experience coming into this season. Some crate starts, one tour-type modified start coming into the year, but now picking up that familiarity with modified racing. In fact, had a great run last week, top 10 finish at North Wilkesboro Speedway in the NASCAR Wheel of Modified Tour event, his first start with that series. But right now, a pair of top 5 runs. He's coming off one of them last month at Hickory Motor Speedway. Is tonight the night that Joey Braun puts that Hillbilly Racing ride back in Victory Lane with a Smart Modified Tour. A little bit further back in the field, just outside the top 5, you see Ryan Newman and that Shitty Coolers number 2, right on the back bumper of the number 1 Pinnacle Financial Citrus Safe Grill Cleaners number 1. And I want to say this, Gary Myers had some surgery here today to kind of repair his back. He's doing okay. Caution does come out, but want to say a big get well, speedy recovery to Gary Myers. I'm sure, as Bert said in the driver's meeting, he thought he was going to be here tonight, and he might be at Bowman Grade tomorrow, but Gary, we're thinking of you. Gary actually won a race here at Franklin County Raceway. Back in 1996, he led all 155 laps. So the end of Bell Helmet stage number 1 at the conclusion of the lap 30 mark. Luke Baldwin picks up another stage win this year. Joey Braun in second. Third is Jack Baldwin. So the significance of that is those top 3 drivers at the end of Bell Helmet stage number 1 get some championship points. They get a little extra cash in their pocket as well, thanks to Bell Helmets providing racers and basically motorcycle drivers or just casual people that want a helmet. Maybe they're going around in their ATV, UTV, no matter what it is. Bell Helmets has a product for you. So we thank you to Bell Helmets for providing safety not only to the race car drivers, but also those all over America. So that's the end of this Bell Helmet stage number 1. Plenty of racing still to come. We're going to go to a quick break here on Flow Racing and come back with more exciting action. Hey, when we come back, actually, hold on. The Kenny Minter Classic, presented by Clarence's Steakhouse here this evening, early in the event, and we've seen some great racing action already. Luke Baldwin is your leader, running in the 6th spot here tonight. We're listening to his racing communications right now. We're going to talk to Burt Myers. Let's see if we can jump in here. He's talking to his team. Burt Myers, Bob Dillner in the booth. First and foremost, buddy, as we're under this caution, I want to ask you, how's your dad, Gary, doing here, former winner here at Franklin County, after that surgery today?
Got a good report. My dad's at home. I'm sure he's watching right now. We want to know that, let everybody know we love him, and thank the Lord that surgery went good today. And wish he was here with us, but thanks for all the prayers and thoughts. Calls out. I got
So, Bert, you got the cone out, but real quickly, tell me about this new paint scheme and what the idea is behind it and who actually did it for you.
Top, go top, go top. Sorry, Bob, trying to do a little racing here. We did this in observance for Memorial Day. We get to come out here and do the things we do, the things we love, because of the people who sacrificed their lives for this country. So that's what it's all about. If you don't mind, I'm going to try to go win this race.
You got it, buddy. Good luck. Appreciate Burt Myers chatting with us as they get ready for another restart here. But that good-looking camo scheme, he's going to carry that for Callaway too, because that's the Independence Day holiday as well. So they'll have that on there for at least 2 races for the Burt Myers CitraSafe Grill Cleaners Pinnacle Financial Machine. Back to green we go here at Franklin County. Joey Braun underneath Baldwin, and Braun to the lead at Franklin County. Bold move on the restart. Baldwin trying to hang on to second. He's going to be able to do that. Race is on for third on back. Bryce Bailey on the inside of Jack Baldwin. Baldwin back to third. Now Bailey under fire. Burt Myers, we just talked to him before we went green on the outside. Burt Myers won this race here at Franklin County just 2 years ago. And Myers with that camo scheme has a great ride here tonight on the outside, looking very fast. Burt Myers up to fourth in that number 1 ride. Burt Myers, SAG Designs, by the way, did the wrap on that race car, and it shows off that scheme. There we go, side by side. That's Shady Grady Racing 15, and Bryce Bailey dropping back just a little bit. Landon Huffman on the inside of Danny Bone. Danny Bone with a win here in the past, the Tour Type Modified competition. Had a good run here last year, a top 5 run in a different ride, but now he's teamed up with Andretti and this team, hoping to do a lot more racing, possibly the rest of the schedule, and that would be good to see Danny Bone back in the mix in the Smart Modified Tour powered by Pace-O-Matic. It's Joey Braun leading Luke Baldwin and Jack Baldwin. Burt Myers now up to 4th, and 5th place is Ryan Newman in that Shitty Coolers blue and orange machine. Newman looking to the inside. Newman's got himself a week. He's been up near Indianapolis at Anderson Speedway in a pavement sprint car. Qualifying, practicing, comes here tonight to run his modified. He's a championship contender here, top 5 in the point standings. And tonight, after the race, no rest for the weary. No matter where he finishes here, he will actually hop on a plane, head back to Indianapolis, and run in the Little 500 tomorrow in the shadows of the Brickyard at Anderson Speedway. Newman now up to 4th. Newman in 4th, 5th place Burt Myers, 6th is that 15 ride. And then you look a little bit further back, 7th Danny Bone, 8th Landon Huffman, 9th Sleep Myers. We just talked to his dad, but this kid looking good in that number 4 car. Hoping to break back into the top 10 of the points. Speaking of the top 10 in points, Jonathan Cash right behind that, the tail end of the top 10. Jonathan Cash in that 16 VA, the yellow and black machine with Pace-O-Matic all over that race car. Got to say a shout out to Bill Stanley. I don't think Bill is here tonight, is he? So I'm sure he's watching on Flow Racing. And Hermie Sadler as well. They field a couple of modifieds with the Smart Modified Tour, and that's a pretty good battle right there right now. Landon Huffman, Slate Myers, and Jonathan Cash. Cash tells me I need to win on the Smart Modified Tour. He's hungry. Been knocking on the door. 4 top 10 runs this year for Jonathan Cash. But he wants to get back in the top 5, wants to get to Pace-O-Matic victory lane at the end of one of these races. Right now, Cash in 10th, Myers in 9th, Landon Huffman maybe going to give up that spot. He's in 8th, but Slate Myers aggressive to the inside. Great move by Slate Myers, the rookie, up to the 8th spot. Jonathan Cash comes with him to 9th, dropping Huffman to 10th. Behind that, man, we got some battles right there as well. You got 3 different drivers. Carter McMurray in the Bass Pro Shops, number 40. Paulie Hartwig is there in the 73. Hartwig, Joey Coulter, who started last year tonight after a difficult qualifying run. His belts actually came undone. Joey Coulter, tough guy, still qualified that car, and now at a track that he loves, a track that he has excelled at. 2 top 5 runs, contact between Hartwig and Joey Coulter. Coulter, veteran savviness there, backs out just a little bit. By the way, we got to go up a little bit further because right now Slate Myers is on the charge. Let's take a look at Joey Braun real quick. Joey Braun in the lead of this race. Braun in the 79 car. The 4 car is what we're going to look at because the 4 car all over for position. Right there, Slate Myers was all over Luke Baldwin just a second ago. But Slate Myers having himself, it was Jonathan Cash. And then also the 26 car of Danny Bone. Good battle right here. Unfortunately for Bryce Bailey, that car has faded. That red and white number 15, Bailey, with a 8th place run at Orange County, then a 3rd place run in the last race at Hickory Motor Speedway. Started on the front row, but has kind of backtracked a little bit at this stage of the game. Here comes Danny Bone. Danny Bone looking for another position. Danny Bone trying to now move up. And he's able to get it done to the 6th spot. Bryce Bailey, here comes Slate Myers. Slate Myers going to be able to get by the 15 ride as well. So Slate Myers now up to 8th. Jonathan Cash in 7th. Oh, the 15 slow on the racetrack. And I believe that he has a tire going down on the Shady Grady Racing 15. More bad luck for Bryce Bailey in that Shady Grady Racing car. Good run here today in qualifying. He's going to have to come down pit road. He knows that car is in trouble. So bad break for Bryce Bailey, who just broke into the top 10 in points coming into this race. Race number 6 on the Smart Modified Tour. There is Joey Braun. You would think he has run a modified for years, but this is his rookie campaign in a tour-type modified, and it comes with a smart modified tour. So impressive is that 21-year-old race car driver from Long Island, New York. If you can run well at Riverhead Raceway, you can run well just about anywhere. Joey Braun is proving that coming south to run with his Hillbilly team. The Baldwin boys still running very well. Luke Baldwin in that shot, holding down the second spot. Third is his brother Jack. Jack is the older brother. By the way, we mentioned to Jack, a big congratulations to him, now a graduate in the Baldwin family from App State University up in Boone, North Carolina. By the way, he missed graduation to attend his brother's race in the NASCAR Truck Series out at Kansas Speedway. He said, hey, family ties, that just means just a little bit more. Little wiggle I was just seeing in some of our other Flow Racing cameras. Joey Braun getting a little bit loose right now. And there's Joey coming off of turn number 4 last time. Got that left front below the white line, and that car had a big wiggle coming off the corner. But right now has a pretty significant lead here tonight at Franklin County Raceway. 70 laps into this one. And now we're starting to get into some slower traffic. Johnny K, I just looked from outside the tower, a little contact with Carter McMurray. Whoa. Jake Crum third in points, in jeopardy of going a lap down in that Mount Airy Toyota number 99. Good qualifying effort today for Carter McMurray, second generation race car driver. Jamie McMurray, his dad. He goes a lap down to Joey Braun. Braun now sets his sights on the cars in front of him. There's the Baldwin boys running second and third in this race. 73 laps done now here tonight at Franklin County. By the way, Dominion Energy powering your every day. And today they power the halfway leader, won by Joey Braun in the 79. Significant ways away from that halfway point in this race. But this one, not your traditional 99 lap race, 110 laps here tonight. And that's in honor of Kenny Minter, who we lost several years ago in a tragic accident. And tonight, we pay tribute to that great man, that great dedicated racer here in Southern Modified Racing. And a big shout out to Clarence's Steakhouse in Ridgeway, Virginia. They're putting up some extra cash, not only for that pole and you win an extra $500, but also $26.52 lap, $52 to some laps here tonight. $26.52, and by 26, you get some extra cash here tonight thanks to Clarence's Steakhouse. Caution comes out, turn number 1. We got a melee down there. Several cars involved. It looks like Carter McMurray is one of those cars. Joey Coulter 6th in points, and Slate Myers, who is having himself a run here tonight, involved in this one. Don't know how much damage to that number 4 car we can see. He might have stopped just to prevent running into Joey Coulter. I believe it was Carter McMurray down there as well. Indeed it was. So it's been a tough day for Joey Coulter. And we want to say a big thank you to CitraSafe Grill Cleaners as well as Carolina Drilling for providing the drone coverage here tonight. A shot of Joey Coulter stuck up in between turns 1 and 2 up against the wall here. And what we're expecting now is pit stops because all these teams have one tire at their disposal. And rubber means a lot on these modifieds with these 15-inch slicks. I expect to see a lot of teams, and you can see them getting ready on pit road here at Franklin County Raceway tonight to change that tire. Normally comes on the right rear. In fact, on pit road right now, we saw Bryce Bailey slow a little while ago, maybe more than just a tire that was initially reported to us. maybe something in the powertrain with the 15 of Bryce Bailey. Bad break for the driver that just broke into the top 10 in points. Had himself a good run at Orange County, a good run at Hickory. Shady Grady Racing, they'll bounce back. We'll see them at Callaway Speedway for the Revolutionary 99 that first weekend, Independence Day weekend in Sophia, North Carolina. I'd say we go to break, Matt Smith, but I want to see these cars come down pit road. And if there's anybody that takes a gamble and stays out, nope, here they come. Joey Braun leads the charge of cars down pit road, taking on a fresh tire, 78 laps into this race. Perfect storm, perfect scenario, the right time for a caution to come out for a lot of these top guns, and then some of the others in the tail end of the top 10, they'll come down, take that right rear tire most likely, make some changes to their race cars to try to get it a little bit better for the conclusion of this race. Jack Baldwin, one of those cars in the 7NY on pit road. Gotta love the tradition carrying on with the 7NY. His granddad, the Tiger Tom Baldwin, legendary modified racer, Long Island race car driver, saw him at Islip Speedway, Riverhead Raceway, and then won all over the country as well. And now his grandson, Jack, as well as Luke Baldwin, making a home here in the Smart Modified Tour powered by Pace-O-Matic. The leader of the race is Joey Braun, another Long Islander from Matterville, that 21-year-old kid. Just so proud of, honestly, from a fan perspective for me, of Joey Braun. Nobody expected a lot from this kid, even though he's got those legend car wins and he's run some crate mods and now some tour type mods. This kid is turning heads. Joey Braun is turning heads on the Smart Modified Tour with his Hillbilly Racing team. A car that had faded a little while ago, Landon Huffman, with his Eddie's Garage High Rock Vodka number 98 machine, started on the point, led the field to the green flag, and then just dropped like a rock, unfortunately. That car not to his liking. You can see, actually, from our Carolina Drilling Citrus Safe Grill Cleaners drone coverage, just the massive amount of action on pit road. These teams making adjustments, changing that tire. There you see the Shitty Coolers number 2. Of Ryan Newman. Paulie Hartwig in the orange 73 just pulled off a pit road. But this is the opportunity for everybody to make those changes. And we mentioned Ryan Newman. What a week it's been for him. Qualified yesterday for the Little 500 in Anderson, Indiana. And then comes here today to run a modified. He says low, light, and left. I love these machines. And then tonight after the race, as we mentioned, he'll fly back to Indianapolis, land there, get himself some rest, and then imagine this. In a pavement sprint car, he will compete in 500 grueling laps around a quarter-mile bull ring known as Anderson Speedway. 500 laps, 33 machines in all, and they will start 11 rows of 3. Yes, 3 wide green flag at Anderson tomorrow. Modifieds and sprint cars just kind of go together like peanut butter and jelly. I'd love to see Logan Seavey come over here. Maybe Justin Grant wheel one of these modified someday. That would be a blast. They're used to those wide tires with the sprint cars as well as the USAC Silver Crown machines. And you can see all the USAC action on Flow Racing. Here's what we'll do. Take a quick break on Flow Racing. We'll come back with some meaty racing here tonight at Franklin County Raceway. Oh, I know.
48 staying out with no tires in it.
32 laps left in the Kenny Minter Classic at Franklin County Raceway. Thank you to Clarence's Steakhouse. A lot of business deals have been done at Clarence's Steakhouse in Ridgeway, Virginia. My brother, my dad, my mom, myself went there many times when we went to see all the racing at Martinsville Speedway, just down the road here from Franklin County Raceway. All right, here's what we got. Jake Crum on the point for this one with Johnny K behind. Green flag back out here at Franklin County. Joey Braun slides high a little bit. Luke Baldwin alongside. Johnny K doesn't know which way to go. Braun to the inside of the 48 of Johnny K. Jake Crum has the lead. Braun now to second. Third is Johnny K. Let himself some laps at Anderson, South Carolina earlier this year. This is what modifieds are all about. It's getting chaotic here at Franklin County Raceway. Ryan Newman, contact with Kievman. Right front to left rear, and they both continue on. Braun all over the 99 of Jake Crum. We go back to the front here on our Flow Racing cameras. Braun keeps on looking to the inside, and it's only a matter of time. Crum has struggled here mightily, the driver out of Statesville, North Carolina. Here comes Braun to the inside. Joey Braun back to the lead in the Kenny Minter Classic. Now we'll look at those other battles because we have plenty going through the field. Newman is third. Jonathan Cash in fourth. Luke Baldwin in fifth. Johnny K outside the top five. But look at this gaggle of cars right here. Hartwig, who's had himself a tough day here in that orange 73. Blake Barney, the Florence winner to kick off the season back in March in that blue, pink, and white number 27. Barney, second start of the year inside the top 10. Hartwig now behind that. Jack Baldwin is mired back there as well. So the top 10 looks like this. Joey Braun, Jake Crum, Ryan Newman, Jonathan Cash, Luke Baldwin locking down that fifth spot right now. And then Johnny K, Blake Barney, Paulie Hartwig, Jack Baldwin, and Danny Bone, your top 10. Hartwig has had an ill race car here tonight, but he is wheeling it, man. He knows that every position counts. Now going to the inside of Johnny K. Johnny K and Paulie Hartwig battling for the seventh spot. Oh, Blake Barney takes that Sadler Stanley Racing 16 of Jonathan Cash high and gets by. So Hartwig, then Baldwin, then Danny Bone with that Alpine Partners number 26, a 26 car. And that number has been infamous with Southern Modified Racing for so long. Little contact, I think, between Burt Myers and Johnny K in that yellow 48. Here comes Daniel Yates. Yates having himself a year. A top 10 score to his credit. Top 10 in points. He sits 8th. And Daniel Yates having himself a good run here tonight. Hartwig to the inside of Jonathan Cash. Hartwig moving up another spot. So Paulie Hartwig, despite a car that he doesn't like here today, moving up to 6th. Not a bad run. Blake Barney now in the top 5. Jack Baldwin, after that pit stop, has not been the same since prior to that. Baldwin trying to hold off the 26 car. Danny Bone, is so good to see him. And I told Danny, you're like an old dude now. He's like 35 years old. But we got so many teenagers and young guns in the field. I'm telling you, you got to watch out for Danny Bone if he's able to continue in these races. Back to the front we go, because it's an interesting scenario. With just 15 laps to go, it's Ryan Newman chasing down the young gun Joey Braun, the Rocket Man, against Joey B in the Kenny Minter Classic at a lightning quick Franklin County Raceway. Paulie Hartwig going to be able to get another spot. Jake Crum starting to fade a little bit. A little gamble for him. But Paulie Hartwig now will move up to the 5th spot. Hartwig continues to impress in the Smart Modified Tour. Crum trying to hang on, saying, I need every position I can get. And remember, those two right there, the 7NY, Jake Crum, they've gotten into it a couple of times this year. They've solved their differences. They're A-OK. Now they race a little bit more careful around each other. But both of them incidents at Anderson, South Carolina, and South Boston, Virginia. And now Baldwin maybe getting held up a little bit by the 99. That allows Danny Bone to go to the inside. So the 99 car of Crum in 6th, Baldwin and Bone battling for 7th. Bone able to get it. 10 to go. 10 circuits to go. We'll keep our eye here. I will tell you, Newman still about 2 car lengths behind Joey Braun. We will bring you there if it gets closer. Right now, Danny Bone wrestling it around turn number 4 and into turn number 1. Gets by Crum. Baldwin kind of checks up there a little bit, not to get in the left rear of the 99. Crum, the newcomer basically to modified racing. Oh, contact there. We have a car going around on the front stretch here. And a lot of cars mangled here. Jonathan Cash was involved. Slate Myers is involved. Landon Huffman in the 98 and Daniel Yates in that 18 car. So a bad break for Daniel Yates in that black and yellow machine. 8th place in the point standings. If he's not able to get going, and I don't see a lot of damage to that car like I see with Slate Myers as well as the 98. We'll take a closer look with Daniel Yates' machine. And we'll try to get the other camera to go over to Slate Myers because he's got some right front damage on that machine. But there you see Daniel Yates with some difficulty. You got fans actually standing in front of Slate Myers, but we want to show you Slate Myers is stopped on the racetrack as well. Slate Myers, that car right there, you see a lot of people looking at the damage. And what we saw from our vantage point is some right front damage up there. I think my brother Matthew Dillner is blocking the shot a little bit. But we go back to our other camera here, and there you see Daniel Yates slowing. And now I believe we are under red flag conditions. In fact, we are, because cars have stopped in turn number 4. Want to talk to Chris Williams, the series director here for the Smart Modified Tour. And I want to talk to you about one thing. As we have an incident, unfortunate, but how many times are you going to go to Clarence's Steakhouse next week?
4.
4?
Yeah, probably about 4 times will be good. Now, I live not too far from there, and they got a table named after me there, Champions Table. It's Chris Williams' table, so it's kind of funny. I usually, Stephen Brightwell or a few others, we go over there and kind of talk about business and this, that, and the other, and they just kind of laugh because they know where I'm going to sit. But Clarence has been a mainstay, in the Martinsville, Henry County area. A lot of people travel in to come and visit them, and, Alan and all those folks really do a good job. Food's good, cheap. Don't say that to Alan. He'll want to raise it by $1. But you can get a good meal and have good company. So it's kind of cool to go over there and spend the time with them.
This is going to date myself, but I remember going with my parents back in the day when you go to Martinsville. Had a meal with Jimmy Spencer there once. So it seems like drivers always congregate at Clarence's Steakhouse when they're in the Virginia area, especially Martinsville Speedway.
Well, I mean, mine go way back. So Jimmy Hensley's and Satch's. But I got a cool story with Earnhardt. We was going over there, and he wanted to go out and eat. And they used to have 2 little rooms when you first walk in the door, private rooms. And somehow, some way, somebody knew Earnhardt was in there, and it's like 1,000 people standing outside wanting to do it. And he peeped outside and looked at it, and Haley, we had just had Haley, my daughter, and he says, "Let me grab Haley, and they won't ask for an autograph, and I can get to the car. So y'all take Josh." So I took Josh and them, and Dale grabbed Haley, and we went outside, and Dale's like, back out of the way. Yeah, I gotta get the girl to the car. So it kind of saved him, and he says, "Oh." I didn't know how I was going to do that, but it was literally 1,000 people standing outside wanting his autograph. But how far that dates back to going over there. And, I've had many conversations, Jimmy Hensley, Gerald Compton, all the old school guys come over there and eat. They're all pretty much from that area. But, Clarence has been a mainstay. I mean, I remember when it used to be the Spartan before Clarence. A lot of people don't remember that.
I don't remember that.
I got a picture of Jimmy
You're a little
Hensley.
older than me.
Yeah, I got a picture of Jimmy Hensley in the Spartan Clarence's car at Pocono, and it has the Spartan across the top. And when I played basketball back in high school, we'd always leave school, go get something to eat, and have to be back at the school at 4:30 for the game. So some good memories spent at Clarence's.
So what I like is Clarence's steps up, presenting sponsor of the Kenny Minter Classic. They've been rich in tradition with Southern Modified Racing, have sponsored a lot of drivers. Little bonus tonight, if the guy that started first can get the win, a little $500 and then some lap money. But the lap money I love had significance because of the number.
Oh, absolutely. 26 every 26 laps. Clarence is synonymous for that number and has been for quite some time. In Danville, Lynchburg, Martinsville, any racing community that knows anything about the old school modified racing and now current late model racing with Peyton Sellers, I think somewhere down the road Peyton may grab one of these wheels and get one of these modifieds and have at it. But the numbers are significant. Alan kind of come up with that. It was pretty cool. So it's good to give back to the competitors to earn that money, and that little money goes back a long way.
Absolutely. I saw Eddie Bone today go, man, $350. That's a lot of money. We could use that stuff. So unfortunately, Danny hasn't been able to, lead a lap here today, but he's got Clarence's Steakhouse on the car too. And when we're seeing a changing of the guard in the Smart Modified Tour a little bit this year with the youth really going wild, nice to see a veteran driver like Danny Bone come back with that Andretti team.
Oh, yeah, it's always good to see the old school guys come back. They have a lot of experience. They paved the way for a lot of these younger guys. I got a cool story. So Danny Bone, I raced here myself about 3 years ago, and I'd left my uniform at the house, and I was running the 41, and I said, who's big enough for me to get in a uniform? So Danny says, I got one. He said, can you get in it? I said, yeah, I got to hold my breath, but I think I can get in it. So I got a cool picture with me and Danny, and I got his uniform. It says Danny Bone on my belt. It's pretty cool. I finished in top 10, so that's cool.
That's good. That's good. A bad break tonight for Landon Huffman, who led the field to the green flag, was up for that little bonus here tonight, involved in this incident. But Landon Huffman, who is known for his late model stock car prowess, having himself a time over here in the modifieds trying to figure these cars out.
Yeah, he likes it. He likes the speed. He likes the competition because he knows how many champions and how many people can win in this series. We've had some conversations about it. I was really looking for him to do it really good tonight. He went to Newport, won the late model race there, and it kind of has a little bit of the same characteristics. Not the same, but kind of.
Yeah.
And so he said that, he was looking forward to seeing what he can do. But that right there was just, a pile of mess. So I don't think he was going to avoid that either way. So once the 16 spun out, everybody else was trying to make way to avoid it, and it was pretty much over.
Yeah, it was hard to tell. It looked like there might have been a little contact with the 16 too. But, Chris, we appreciate you joining us. We're going to take a quick break here on Flow Racing and come back once we clean this melee up on the front stretch. Landon Huffman's car still sits there, as well as Slate Myers with some broken front suspension damage here tonight at Franklin County Raceway. We'll be right back on Flow Racing.
So I've always loved the racing industry and the family that comes with it, and that's really what got me interested in wanting to come to Patrick and Henry. I feel like being here has prepared me to know exactly what I need to do at a track.
Every form of high-performance racing has just, exploded in several different directions. So when students come here to our program, we're looking to teach them a wide variety of stuff.
Give Patrick and Henry a call today and get your future on track.
So I've always loved.
Hang on. Still under red flag conditions here at Franklin County Raceway. 101 laps into this Kenny Minter Classic, 9 laps to go. We're going to join Ryan Newman on the Racing Electronics Race Communication. Ryan sitting in second right now. How's the picture look for you?
Well, it looks slick for somebody. There's oil all over 1 and 2 down here, so I don't know what line Joey's going to pick because the oil line crosses over from what I've seen just by going through it once. I'll make up my mind what I need to do after going a couple pace laps here, but just got to thank everybody from Shitty Coolers, Aggressive Hydraulics, Capital Auto Group. Everybody that's a part of this deal. It's a whole lot of fun to come out here and race. Hydraulic Cylinders Inc.'s on the nose this week, and we want to put it in victory lane, but don't know what the racetrack's going to be like.
It looked like you were catching Joey, and then it kind of just settled out. How good is that 79 car in front of you?
Oh, he's good. He's fast, and I saw what he did to the 7 car there on the restart there a little while ago. So we'll see. Don't know. He's a friend of mine, so that makes it even a little bit more complicated. But ultimately, we're both trying to win a race.
Hey, you got a busy week. You've been up in Anderson, Indiana, in the shadows of Indy, qualifying for the Little 500. You fly back there tonight. What do you think about 500 grueling laps around a quarter mile in that pavement sprint car for the 3rd time in your career tomorrow night?
Well, I look forward to it. It's going to be tough because our car hasn't been very good. Eric Gordon and the guys have been taking it to the garage sale, making wholesale changes with it. So hopefully we got a long ways to go. I think we start 30th tomorrow or something like that. So 500 grueling laps would be very good because that'll put us probably in the top 5. But just want to thank Ed Martin and Ed Martin Auto Group for their opportunity to sponsor us up there in the Indianapolis area in Anderson, Indiana, and we'll do our best to get back up there and put on a show for them.
And last but not least, while we're under red here, how about Brooklyn today in this crate modified, getting set for battle? I saw you on the radio with her earlier. Just what you think about her progression.
She's doing a good job, and we never got to come here to test or shake down or anything like that, so I kind of guessed on the gear, and I feel like she'll be a good long-run car. I'm so proud of her for what she's accomplished. I mean, I look back to when I was 14 years old. I was trying to figure out, manual transmission myself, so she's over here doing it, competing against guys and passing them, so just proud of her and all the partners she's got on her car.
Well, Ryan, good luck the rest of this race. 9 laps to go. We'll see if you get back to victory lane.
Thank you, Bobby.
Ryan Newman in the Shitty Coolers number 2 here today. We're still under red flag conditions in Callaway, Virginia. Red flag conditions during the Smart Modified Tour race at Franklin County Raceway. It's the Kenny Minter Classic. 9 laps to go. We are live on Flow Racing. And right now they are hooking up the final car on the front stretch. It's Slate Meyer's machine. Slate had a great run going here tonight, the rookie competitor. But another guy that has had a great run here tonight is Paulie Hartwig, the 14-year-old. Paulie, you have battled back through this race and into the top 5. Number one, your mom said you were grumpy earlier today. Are you feeling a little bit better now?
I mean, yeah, we pitted in the early going. We couldn't get the car rotated enough in 1 and 2, so when Bobby made that change, I mean, we were pretty good. We didn't go a lot, but I was just afraid I was going to break loose, so we came in, did the change, and then, well, up here with these guys. I mean, this track is really, really tricky. It gets really, really tight coming off of 4 and off of 2. That's the most tight thing. So we're just going to try to keep all 4 wheels on it. Just try to race for the point series here. Just maybe try to get a top 5. If not, the top 10. Just hopefully we're going to see what plays out here going the early going.
Now, I know you haven't really done anything at Wall Stadium, but you've seen a lot of races there. Does this place remind you of Wall at all with the banking and the tightness at all?
I mean, I came back here in 2022, won my first 602 crate modified race here, but I can't really remember it here, but it's gonna hopefully plays out here.
All right, let's paint the scenario. You know how these Smart Modified Tour races go with just a few laps left and you have a restart. What's the game plan? I heard you talking with your team. Any strategy, any thoughts going into this?
Just keep all 4 wheels on and try to get a top 3. Just get a good point tonight. You know, Luke is up front. He has a good qualifying car, but we just struggled in qualifying a little bit. But we showed him last Hickory that we had a good race run car at the end, so definitely we have something for them.
We wish you the best of luck in the final 9 laps, Paulie.
Thank you.
That's Paulie Hartwig behind the wheel of the orange number 73 car. Take another quick break here on Flow Racing. Come back, and if we're not green, we'll talk to some more drivers. Still under red here with 9 laps to go for the Smart Modified Tour Kenny Minter Classic presented by Clarence's Steakhouse here tonight. We've talked to several drivers throughout the field here. Ryan Newman, Paulie Hartwig, Burt Myers, you name it. Let's talk to another having himself a pretty good run. Right now, Danny Bone, you are in the 6th spot. How are things going in your initial ride with Ola Andretti?
Yeah, pretty good. I mean, the car's better than where we're running. I just didn't didn't have any luck on any of their restarts. They're kind of picking the wrong line. But, yeah, I got to thank Terry and Andretti for the opportunity. It's cool to have Clarence Steakhouse on board for this one, running the number 26. Neil with Alpine Partners, Dancer Farms, Amerifast Supply. Like, you know, I watched the first 4 of these races on the couch, so glad to be back, and maybe we can get up on the wheel here with 9 to go and see what we can do.
Yeah, it's pretty awesome to see Clarence's Steakhouse, Neil with Alpine Partners, as well as Tom Dancer, you know, supporting you as well. The modified community saying, we want Danny Bone back. Are we going to see you more, Danny?
Yeah, I mean, we're definitely planning on doing Callaway, and, you know, the kind of rest is to be determined, but I feel like you'll see me in this thing quite a bit for the rest of the year. And, you know, like, I raced against Andretti and Terry for 15 years, and, you know, we're always great people as competitors, and then now it's pretty cool to be riding in this thing.
So paint the picture for me. You know how these smart races go, especially with a late race restart. You won at Carteret last year. What do you expect around this racetrack with 9 to go with this restart?
Well, obviously, it's cooler night tonight. Tires have cooled down. There's a lot of hungry kids out front, and there's a big oil slick into one, so get your popcorn ready. It's going to be good.
Good luck, Danny. Appreciate it. Danny Bone, get your popcorn ready. Maybe head to the kitchen right now. Crack yourself a cold one out of the fridge, because when we come back here on Flow Racing, this one's going to get awfully interesting. A lot of hungry drivers, especially young ones that Danny Bone mentioned, going after the victory tonight in Callaway, Virginia. I don't know. I guess the oil is pretty significant. But it looks like it's about done. Chris, is that? You staying with us here, not only in the grandstands at Franklin County Raceway, but also at home. Watching live on Flow Racing right now, it's Joey Braun with 9 laps to go. The Long Islander leading the field. Ryan Newman, the veteran, in second. Luke Baldwin in third. Blake Barney in the 4th spot. And 5th is Paulie Hartwig. By the way, you see a big streak in turn number 1. That black streak, yeah, that's oil. Right now, they've put so much stuff down on the racetrack, they had to refill the hopper to get some more speedy dry down on the racetrack. So that's what they're doing right now. So we have a little bit of delay, but we're going to go back to the Racing Electronics communication, try to get a hold of Blake Barney. Blake Barney, Bob Dillner, do you copy?
I got you, Bob.
Hey, man, having yourself a pretty good run in your return since your big win down at Florence, running inside the top 5 right now. How's it sitting?
It's really good. You guys got me hooked up on that pit stop. There's something that doesn't work in my brain. We've been slow in practice, slow in qualifying, and Florence end here, and a lot of times last year. I guess I just figured it out halfway through the race, and we're there at the end, and that's all that really matters.
Absolutely. I want to know, tell me the story behind, we started talking about it earlier, but tell me the story behind this new paint scheme for Justin Gumley.
There's no, I wish I had a better story. Me and Justin argue about what the car should. Obviously, it's his choice. He owns the cars, but I said everybody on the racetrack has black and white race cars, and when we bought this car, it was all black. So we went with something completely different and went with white and threw a little pink in there, and it's got very mixed emotions. Even we feel like we have mixed emotions, but it definitely stands out, and it's a sharp-looking ride.
Indeed, it does stand out. And I understand I saw a unique story on Flow Racing on their social media. Are you faster than a speeding bullet? Tell me about that.
Well, I was working the day before when Justin Gumley, the car owner, was practicing and testing this thing yesterday. But yeah, my dad reached down in the battery box down there, and there was half a bullet laying there after Justin took this car around Franklin County Speedway yesterday. So it's definitely a first. I've never seen that.
A lot of history, let's just say that, around these parts of Virginia. But, all right, let's get serious now. You're sitting pretty good. There's oil on the racetrack, painting the scenario for you. You got a shot at this thing, 9 laps to go. What's this restart going to be like?
Yeah, this place is wild, man. It reminds me of a lot of my home track wall. For us drivers, and for just to give you guys, the fans, some tracks are slower, but with this track being so banked, things happen just so fast. So making those quick decisions, sometimes you can't even make them in time. So there's going to be fireworks here at the end. The top 5 are all pretty much the same, it seems like, lap time-wise. So we'll have a pretty good race here. But this place is pretty wild, and I hope I can just benefit from it.
Well, go get him, Blake. Blake Barney in that 27 machine, riding 4th. We continue to clean up the oil that's been put down around this racetrack. And right now, you heard Danny Bones say, get yourself some popcorn, get yourself something from the fridge. You got a little while. So if you want to cook the whole bag of popcorn, go ahead and do it, because we'll take another quick break here as we continue to sit under red flag conditions with 9 laps to go in the Kenny Minter Classic, presented by Clarence's Steakhouse. What? They can't call any of it. Should have had a camera in Brooklyn's car too. So. The red has been lifted right now to bring the cars around the racetrack. All the smart modifieds will go on pit road. And here's the scenario that we are under tonight here at Franklin County Raceway. We had a significant oil down around this racetrack, and it was pretty heavy by the 21 car of Jimmy Wallace. Well, because of that, a lot of Speedy Dry has been used. And due to that extensive amount of Speedy Dry used, honestly, there was a lack of it to continue to clean up this racetrack. So they are taking some other matters and to put some other things down on this racetrack to absorb all of that oil. So here's the scenario. Drivers, series met on pit road, and they made a vote about what they wanted to do here tonight. And the track crew here at Franklin County Raceway is doing a very diligent job to clean up what is really an intense mess on the racetrack from this oil down. You hear that in NHRA a lot, oil downs. But because of the lack of Speedy Dry, some other substances were used, including some dirt, to make sure that the oil got cleaned up. And the drivers, the teams voted to bring all the cars on pit road and to take a pause in this race. What will happen after that is one of the local divisions, the mini stocks, I believe, are going to be coming out on the racetrack, and they are going to run a 25-lap race. All these modified teams will be watching to see what the track conditions are like. After that race, a vote will be had, and right now it is under the plan to continue with the conclusion of this race for the final 9 laps. But if the track is deemed to be unraceable at that time with these very high dollar modifieds, they'll have to make another decision. But the intention right now is to bring the mini stock division on the racetrack, allow them to run in the substances that was put down on the racetrack to help absorb that oil. And then after that 25-lap race, the series, the teams, the drivers, the crew chiefs will get together for another vote. Everybody in that meeting, maybe except for one team or 2 teams, decided that they wanted to continue here tonight. But they wanted to do so in the safest conditions possible. You might ask, why are we bringing a mini stock division out on the racetrack? Well, mini stocks, obviously, are a local division, and they are not as high dollar as some of these modifieds. So right now, I'm sure there's going to be a lot of laps, pace laps, put on this racetrack to make sure that all the oil is clear, all the material that was put down on this racetrack is gone before they go green, and then they will run 25 laps. And after that, it is the hope of the Smart Modified Tour as well as Franklin County Raceway officials that the track will be deemed worthy and will be able to complete the final 9 laps of the Kenny Minter Classic. So that's the scenario going on. A lot of activity on pit road. A lot of people looking at safety. A lot of people looking at what they could do to clean up this massive oil down. Unfortunately for Jimmy Wallace, it was his car. Jimmy, just a great guy, independent runner with the Smart Modified Tour, had misfortune that oil was all around this racetrack and a significant amount of it. And now the track, the series, and even the teams putting their heads together to figure out the best scenario to complete the Kenny Minter Classic tonight here at Franklin County Raceway. So up next, a 25-lap mini stock event. Terry will be on the call for that one. We'll be taking a look at how the track comes in and hopefully be able to conclude this 110-lap race for the Smart Modified Tour. We'll take another quick break here on Flow Racing as the mini stocks start to line up here in the infield for their feature.
Welcome back to all the people watching on Flow Racing. My name is Terry Radford. Happy to bring you the Stock 4 portion as we await the conclusion of the Kenny Minter Classic. With about 9 laps to go with the oil spilled all the way around the racetrack, we'll get a little bit more of a radial tire out here. The Hoosiers can't withstand certain materials such as oil, dirt, not their style. But we'll get a treaded tire out here as you see Jaden Austin, one of the gentlemen that were helping clean up the racetrack in turns 1 and 2, where the main part of the slick was there. The rest of the track was very easy to clean up as it was straight, no banking. But as the oil soaked into the racetrack in turns 1 and 2, it made a little bit of more of a mess, as you would say. But happy to be on the call here once again on Flow Racing, and thanks to our partners back here for putting on a great production as always. I mean, we had an in-car camera on a vehicle. That hardly ever happens, and you don't see that in modified racing, period. Happy that the fans tuned in and showed out. Glad you're here at the racetrack supporting legit grassroots racing. Good for you to be a part of it. And make sure you come to Franklin County Raceway more in the future. We race next week, 7 o'clock green flag. Your normal local divisions will be here running as well, as you see Chris Smith on the racetrack, or Gary Smith, sorry. Jaden Austin's out there. A few other vehicles are going to get lined up here. There's Keyshawn Clater in the 71. He's getting ready to line up on the front row. The Stock 4 is a very affordable class for you to run if you're looking to get into racing. This is one of those classes you could just go rip up an old Pontiac, or maybe go get you a Cavalier of some sort. Put yourself some safety equipment in it, some roll bars, a seat, a window net, and a nice little windshield. You don't need a full windshield. You just need some sort of windshield. And you can come out here and be a part of it. Looks like about a 14-inch tire will be there. The rule changes on these have been very minimal. You can, keep the shock in. You can keep certain stock parts on it. No crazy sport package can be put into these cars to make yourself a performance-enhancing area. The biggest driver in the field that you would want to watch is the 8. That is Wes Givens. He will start shotgun on this field. He has won 11 out of the 12 races he has competed in this season. Wes Givens is one of those drivers that can go to Natural Bridge. He can come here to Franklin County. I think he could take that thing on dirt and still manage to find a way to win it. If you ask one of your local people around here, if you're from out of town, maybe from New York or from Boston or wherever, and you say, what do you think about Wes Givens? You're going to get, I hate him, or I love him, or he's the best driver we've ever seen around these parts. So either way, he is very polarizing here in Callaway, USA. I want to thank a couple of our sponsors that have come on board here this afternoon. Maggard Insurance has been a longtime sponsor of Franklin County Raceway, along with Top Notch Customs. You can find them with wraps, tint, and cremated coats at 540-855-1856, along with New South Metals, metal roofings, and pole barns designed just for you. When you're leaving the racetrack here this afternoon, don't forget to stop at A&A Market. Cold beer, gas, ice, and more. Bottom of the hill, half mile on the right here in Callaway, USA. If you find yourself spending part of your Memorial Day weekend with us down here in this parts, head to Beard and Shears for the barbershop in Roanoke, Virginia. And while you're down there, tell all of our friends we said hello. Field's going to take off for the pace laps. Josh Brown, Kevin Litton Jr., Jaden Austin, Keyshawn Clater, Chris Lilly, Gary Smith, Heather Fackler, Kayla Paul, Wes Givens are your top 10 starters as they weave through the speedy dry, the dirt, and whatever else has been put down on this racetrack. They don't seem scared at all. they're ready to go. And the best way to take care of your lawn and not have dirt on a racetrack is to go to Daniel's Lawn Care, 276-618-4013. They'll keep your track clean at your house. I promise there will be no dirt anywhere where you park your car. And if you're not from Virginia and you move here, you're going to need a state inspection. Roberts Muffler and Auto Service has you covered. They take care of all the needs that you might need. And if you fell for tires, go across the street. Main Street Tire Service has got you there. So if you fell for suspension or if you fell for mufflers, they can take care of you. Lakeside Tire, Main Street Tire, they're your other ones. And the pace lights are off on our beautiful, beautiful pace car here. Big, big, big thanks to Top Notch Customs for wrapping this one. And we will see if the, I guess you would call this the little division that could, is scared of turns 1 and 2. Modified guys, I hope you're watching because, boy, this is going to be one hell of a show. Pace cars down and in, green flags in the air. Jaden Austin, Keyshawn Clater, take them to 1. And into turn 1 and 2, they go 3 wide already. Here comes Gary Smith. There's no slipping, no slide. Track looks good to me. 2 wide for second. Now make it 2 wide for fourth. Here they come. Jaden Austin's going to hold on to it. 3 wide, a little further on back. All drivers seem to be in the clear as the 71 of Chris Lilly is going to slide back a little further, but he's going to send it again on the outside. Gary Smith still holds second, side by side for third, side by side for fifth. Wes Givens to the inside. Oh, Smith almost lost it, but he hangs on to it. Clater still holds the outside. And Wes makes a move now to go to the 5th place position. He's cracked the top 5 in 3 laps. He's made his way there. Top 2 broke away, now make it 3. 3rd place has found his way home. Smith's going to get a challenge from Wes Givens. Givens takes the spot off of 4. Smith's not going to give up, though. Little bit of contact in 1 and 2. Not sure if that's from the speedy dryer, the oil, or whatever's there, but the 26 looks loose a little further on back. That's Jamie Chrisley. Lap down car already is the 92. No transponder on that one. But the track seems to be in good condition as the top 4 is single file. Battle a little further on back. That's for 5th. That right now is between Smith and Clater as they start to beat on one another. You might be able to beat Fenders, but you can't beat Yoder's Meat. Yoder's Custom Meat and Processing. A huge sponsor here. A proud distributor of No Rest Farms. And oh, the 7 of Clater sideways all throughout the corner. He holds on to it, though. But that's a fight between team cars. Those two are right on top of one another. Battle for the lead. Here we go, 71-77. And here comes Chris Lilly. He's to the inside. They'll drag race to the line. Austin holds it. 22 to go. This is true excitement, folks. I hope you're on. You don't leave your seat as we're trying to go 3 wide for the race lead. We'll see, does Caleb Hall have it in him to shove it 3 wide in turn 1? Not going to do it, but he gets a shot from Wes Givens. Givens gets underneath. He goes for 3rd. 92, lap car in the way. Does this change at all? Slides them all up. We're still good. We're still good. Contact's made in 3. Wes clears himself on the 14. And now Jaden Austin has his car owner and builder right behind him. 2nd, 3rd, 4th under a blanket as the leader. Chris Lilly tries to step away and look for win number 1 on the season. They're running tiptoe down on the bottom. A couple of them has got up there in what would be the slick part, if I guess since we're dirt racing. Now Jaden Austin's going to have to protect the bottom for Wes Givens. He gives him a shot into 1. Givens gives him another shot. Here comes Caleb Hall. He'll look to the inside, but we'll think better of it going into 3. Austin gets sent in the corner. Can Wes Givens get underneath? It doesn't look like he's going to be able to make this pass happen anytime soon. They're single file with 16 and a half laps to go. Oh, here comes Jaden Austin again. He's going to have to wash up here off the exit of the corner. Wes tries to take it 3 wide with the lap car there. That got hairy. Remember, if you do get hairy, Beards and Shears Barbershop. It's just 3 wide for the lead off of 4. Wes Givens to the bottom, looking for win number 12 of his season. And now do we make it 4 wide with Caleb Hall, as they call him Wrecking Ball Hall around here. Does Hall send it 4 wide? He thinks about it. Not going to happen. 3 wide for second. Wes Givens holds on. We throw the black flag for the 92. A lot of smoke coming out of the driver tire of that one in the rear. How does Jaden Austin respond? He's cleared himself for second. Caleb Hall third, Chris Lilly fourth. Lap traffic aplenty in front of the leaders. Now with 13 laps to go, 12 and a half they got here. As the black flag displayed for the 92, oh my gosh. Onto pit lane. The 38 of Kevin Litton Jr. curb hopped into 1. And now it's a conga line of your top 4. And to see who's going to weave through this traffic in order to secure victory here. What has been a caution-free race coming to 10 laps to go has been absolutely phenomenal. If you didn't leave, good on you. This is true grassroots racing at its finest. As the lap down cars slide up the racetrack, get out of the way. Next up's Heather Fackler and Jamie Chrisley. Chris Lilly's going to go to the bottom. Jaden Austin right there. Top 4 still single file as Caleb Hall, just cut Chris Lilly's nose there. Almost brought out the first caution flag. 8 laps to go. Jaden Austin, he's to the inside of Wes Givens for the race lead. Wes gets loose. Does this open the door for Jaden to find his way to victory lane? He's been oh so close for the past 3 weeks. Does he take the opportunity here to put the boss up the racetrack and get his first win of the season? He gets to him off of 4, puts the bumper to him. How much does Caleb Hall affect the finish of this race as he sits comfortably in 3rd? No challenge from Chris Lilly for 4th. Top 3 there, 5 laps to go. And this is 1,000,000% going to be as good as a finish as Papa Pizzeria's pizza is. Austin into Givens. He rides him up the racetrack. Here comes Hall. He looks in the inside for second. Jaden Austin trying everything possible to make this pass happen. Hall looks 3 wide for a second, thinks better of it. We're going to come to 3 laps to go, and the winner is not determined like it normally is. Normally, Wes Givens is clear across the racetrack, but now they all brought their A game. They know they're on TV tonight. And all this battling's allowed Chris Lilly to work his way into the 4th place position and stay right here to the bumper. 2 to go this time by. Austin, Givens, contact again. Here comes Hall. He'll go to the inside for second. Oh, no, he shoves him up the track. Is this going to be what Wes Givens needs here? White flag's in the air, 1 lap to go. 3rd place, Chris Lilly sends it in on Jaden Austin, used him completely up. What does Caleb Hall do? Looks like he's not going to have a shot off of turns 3 and 4. Give it to Wes Givens. He wins the Stock 4 race. Put Kayla Paul, Chris Lilly, your top 3. That was a darn fine race out of the Stock 4s. Givens, Hall, Lilly, your top 3. Jaden Austin, Gary Smith, your 2-time Legends winner, presented by Roberts Muffler and Auto Service. Keyshawn Clater, Josh Brown, Jamie Chrisley, Heather Fackler, and Kevin Litton Jr. are your finishers. Wes wants to collect the flag. Family is in tow. That was the good finish. The top 3 in victory lane. And it looks like, I think the drivers for the Smart Modified Tour are getting back into their cars with 9 laps to go to settle the Kenny Minter Classic. See Timmy down there asking how the track was to everybody. See the team excited here for Wes Givens getting yet another win. We'll kick it down to Noah Henchy, who's standing by with the race winner, Wes Givens.
All right, Wes. Hell of a race, buddy. Man, you took a 3 wide there. You sure made it interesting. Jaden almost got you, but you kept him away. There was questions about how the track was. How do you feel out there, buddy?
Man, the track was good, and I'm going to tell you, if Jaden would have got through traffic a little better, there's no way I was running him down, man. I was doing everything I could to keep him behind me. I was trying to give him just the smallest line to get underneath of me. I ain't got my mirror tonight, so I couldn't ever see if he was there. But, man, Jaden said he ain't got it no more. I think he just needed to fix that car and get that thing running right. He spent some time with the car this week, and it shows because he was tailing me.
Man, you've won a lot of races here this year, but I'll tell you what, that by far was the most exciting one. And I can't believe it, man.
No, it is exciting, you know. I got a few things taken from me last week, but, you know, that's all right. I'm going to come back. I'm going to give it everything I got. And, man, I just can't thank everybody enough. Feazell Farms, H&F Kettle, and Callaway Hardware Plus for all they do for me, you know. Man, I've been changing tires all morning. If it weren't for them, I wouldn't be able to do that. And I got to thank Timmy Meadows and Misty Meadows for the track, the conditions, you know. I mean, that track is fast. It ain't slick. It's I know it looks slick, you know, because I was worried about it at first too, but that track is good. But I got to thank my fiance and my kids for always having my back no matter what. Jaden, every time I ask him for something, he's there. Caleb, Buck. I got to thank Chris Lilly for running that 71 tonight, man. He was hauling the mail till he kind of missed his line a little bit. But, yeah, just everybody that helps me on this thing. Can't do it without them. Smith's Tire Shop. I think that's about it. Giving Speed Shop, I almost forgot myself. And my dad up above for watching over me.
All right, buddy, hell of a job. Your winner, Mr. Wesley Givens.
Hey, Noah, I hate to be that guy, but due to time constraints, we're going to step aside here on Flow and skip second and third. When we come back out of this commercial break, the conclusion of the Smart Modified Tour powered by Pace-O-Matic Kenny Minter Classic right here on Flow Racing.
Okay. Welcome back to Franklin County Raceway in Callaway, Virginia. We are live on Flow Racing. Race number 6 for the Smart Modified Tour powered by Pace-O-Matic, the Kenny Minter Classic, presented by Clarence's Steakhouse. One of the most unusual situations I've ever seen at a racetrack. Caution comes out, big wreck on the front stretch, and oil down all around the racetrack from a grenaded engine on a modified. The track crew goes to work and starts to clean up all the oil on the racetrack, doing a very diligent job, but unfortunately runs out of speedy dry. So then, these racers are pretty innovative. And they brought some other materials out on the racetrack, including some dirt from a nearby mound. and started to use that, worked that into the racetrack, made sure the oil was up off the racetrack, made sure there were no rocks or anything. Then the modifieds, which were on the racetrack with just 9 laps to go in this 110-lap race, were brought to the infield, and the mini stocks were brought out for a 25-lap feature. That feature has now concluded. Now the modifieds are back out on the racetrack for the Smart Modified Tour. What's going to occur now is that these drivers, these teams, will now get to circulate this racetrack for a good handful of laps to make sure that not only the mini stocks worked in whatever substance is on the racetrack after the speedy dry ran dry, and now the modifieds will be out there just trying to work the substance out of the racetrack, work some of the dirt off the racetrack, make sure it's good for green flag racing action. We have 9 laps left. It's not a lot of time, but these are high-dollar race cars. And it has already been ruled by race director David Hoots that we will go single-file restart on this initial restart and for any ensuing restart after that, if there is one. Again, 9 laps to go. What we are seeing here is the pace car is leading this field, led by Joey Braun in the 79. I can tell you that the vote that the Smart Modified teams had, and you would figure this out because anybody would make this decision. The 79 bunch said, hey, we don't need to go back green flag racing. We're good. Let's call it now. And you don't blame them because they're leading this race. But all the competitors, they had a vote. They decided, hey, let's try to work this track. Let's get another support division out there, work the track even more. Then let's get the cars back out and see if we are good to go. The pace car has pulled off. The racers are trying to hit the groove where the oil was down to make sure that all that substance that was put down is clean now, that these cars won't be sliding across the racetrack. And you might say that this is one of the most bizarre things that you've seen at a racetrack, and I would agree with you. But at the same time, racers work hard. Whether you're part of the track crew, the management, the teams, the crew chiefs, and even these drivers. And we see the car is picking up pace right now. And tonight, at Franklin County Speedway, we are seeing hard work and diligence by all involved to make sure we get the entire 110 laps in of this Kenny Minter Classic. Braun, Newman, and Baldwin, your top 3. You see them on your Flow Racing cameras. Braun slows down after a couple of hot laps on the racetrack. I was told that unless the drivers object, we will go back to green flag racing with 9 to go. Joey Braun has pulled to the infield, or I should say the inside of the racetrack, probably indexing his wheel after bringing the car down, getting the wheel connected again. Maybe that wheel wasn't in the position that he wanted it. So he stopped on the backstretch, most likely got that wheel indexed once again, and now he's back out in front of this field. "13 cars still circulating this racetrack. 18 started this 110-lap feature. By the way, just a side note here, we've had 5 different winners in the first 5 races of the year. The record for the Smart Tour is 6 winners in the first 6 races. That's been done on 2 different occasions. Could see that here tonight if Joey Braun goes to victory lane. Race director David Hoots reminds all the competitors single file restarts for the remainder of this race. Is it now 8 laps to go?
I mean, it's 8 laps to 3.
Okay, because it was. Okay, yep. Yeah, yep. Scoring has been reset. It'll be 8 laps to go, 102 laps in the books here for the Kenny Minter Classic. You can't be too careful making sure that this track is clean. It's ready to go for these 600 horsepower modifieds. Joey Coulter, Johnny Keeveman, they brought their cars down to pit road, made some adjustments. It was a long delay initially because of the big wreck that happened coming off of turn number 4 and down the front stretch that took out several competitors, including Slate Myers, as well as Landon Huffman. I see Daniel Yates' car is not back out there. So Daniel Yates, a DNF because of that wreck as well. The oil was put down by Jimmy Wallace's number 21 when the engine expired on that race car. One lap to go before we go back green flag racing here at Franklin County Speedway. A long delay, speedy dry, run out after that oil down. No more speedy dry, so the track officials went to work, put dirt, put other substances on the racetrack, worked it in with a mini stock race, and now the modifieds are set to complete the Kenny Minter Classic. Hard work and diligence pays off here tonight for everyone involved with this race. All the modified drivers cleaning out the carburetor, heading down the backstretch into 3 and 4. Coming back to the Pace-O-Matic restart zone. 8 laps to go in the Kenny Minter Classic, and Joey Braun fires. Ryan Newman right to the bottom. Braun goes high. The oil down groove was right in the middle of this racetrack. Here comes the Rocket Man. Ryan Newman on the bottom side of the racetrack, side by side for the lead. Braun has led a good chunk of this race, but Newman out front here late in the going. Ryan Newman to the lead, and a big bump from the back by Joey Braun. Here comes Baldwin as well. Baldwin in the S&S Racing ride. Now to second. Contact between Barney and Braun. Braun up the racetrack. He loses 2 spots. Joey Braun back to 5th. 5 to go for Ryan Newman. But his rear view mirror is filled with Luke Baldwin's Pace-O-Matic 7VA. Both drivers have won already in 2025. Ryan Newman's victory coming at Orange County Speedway. Anderson Motor Speedway for Luke Baldwin is where he saw Pace-O-Matic victory lane. 3 to go. Baldwin took a peek to the inside. He does so again. Newman holding a steady line. Baldwin cannot get that run that he wants to challenge for that lead. 2 laps to go in the Kenny Minter Classic with Ryan Newman leading. 3rd place, Blake Barney. 4th, Danny Bone. And 5th, Joey Braun. 6th is Paulie Hartwig. White flag is in the air. Baldwin's got one more shot, maybe down in turn 3. He gets a run up off the corner. Will he make a move? Baldwin gives a wrap to the back bumper of the 2 of Ryan Newman. They race to the line. A photo finish. Who got it? Who won the race? Scoring is showing Ryan Newman. We're awaiting confirmation. We just heard Ryan Newman, the Rocket Man, wins his 2nd race of the year with his number 2 machine in the Kenny Minter Classic at Franklin County Raceway. Wow. The margin of victory, 1/100th of a second, and it's Ryan Newman pulling into Pace-O-Matic victory lane for the second time this year. Where's the mic? Where's the mic? Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. The Rocket Man, Ryan Newman, wins a photo finish at Franklin County Raceway with the Smart Modified Tour powered by Pace-O-Matic. Ryan Newman, come on over here, bud. Checking the pockets. This is just a tradition here with post-race tech, making sure there's nothing in terms of traction control or anything like that. Chris Honeycutt getting Ryan Newman the winner's hat, the winner's flag. Newman, you did it, but that was awfully close.
That's the finish Luke and I should have had last year, and I thank all you fans for sticking around. And that was quite the mess we had there with the oil on the racetrack, and I know that everybody did their best, and it didn't work out the best for a little while, but it was a lot of fun to finish like that. I knew he was there. I mean, my spotter Tony White was doing a good job of giving me the gaps and all that stuff, but I knew he was going to give me a shot too, because that's just what you do in modified racing, and he did, and knocked me up the racetrack a little bit, and I got back to the gas, and we drag raced to the start-finish line. Just Got to thank Shitty Coolers, Aggressive Hydraulics, Hydraulic Cylinders Inc., Montrose Molders, Capital Auto Group, all you fans for coming out and being a part of this. I've said in the last 2 years this is an awesome racetrack with awesome fans, and it's a rough facility. Don't get me wrong. I know that. Like, this is not Daytona, but it's still a lot of fun to come here and race.
I want to know, at the line, side by side, you're getting congratulations from Randy Renfro there. Did you know that you won the race?
Yeah, I knew I had him. I knew I had him by 4, 5, 6 inches. I just watched my left front and his right front, and we got the same nose and same bumper because it's the same car. So I was pretty confident we had it.
The Rocket Man back in victory lane for the second time this year in the Smart Modified Tour. And now he is going to be awarded not only right there the plaque with Kenny Minter Jr. This is the Kenny Minter Classic, and Ryan Newman wins this edition of it for his first victory at Franklin County Raceway. You get some cheers around this racetrack. And now the presentation of the Banker's Life Smarty Trophy manufactured by Jostens. Ryan Newman gets another one of these. Chris Williams, series director, down here to make that presentation, as hugs, kisses, high fives all around for Ryan Newman and his team. Brooklyn Newman down here in her driver's suit getting ready to race here in the crate modified class. But it's the Shitty Coolers team in victory lane today at Franklin County Raceway.
I'm going to take a wild guess and say your last name.
Second place in this race.
By just what a final corner there. What a race to the finish line. What are your thoughts right now?
Yeah, I mean, it just sucks. We had the best car. I think tried to manage that whole second stage. Guy ran up to the third group and lost the lead. And from then it was just kind of on offense managing. And, and then for some reason we're restarting single file. I mean, it doesn't make sense to me when you just had a whole race ran on the racetrack and we're just restarting single file. And I think that set us back a little bit, and it just sucks. It hurts more. It hurts more to lose it by that much than if it was a full car length. But yeah, after the stop, I knew we had the best car. Just got stuck behind guys that do some strategy, and just it sucks, man. It hurts.
Difficult situation tonight with the oil, lack of speedy dry, all of that stuff. Everybody persevered, and yeah, that one shot. Did you know he won, or were you just wondering when you crossed the line?
No, I had no idea.